Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Lions going up against the Panthers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. On 1st and 10, Pierce. And his first pass is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Pierce. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Here's Bernard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pierce. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They'll run it here with Bernard. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go.
They send McCaffrey in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
They send McCaffrey in motion right. To throw on second down. Browning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he's able to put it through. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. On first down, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking left side, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. Now Bernard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Right. He's done right here. Down to the right. Let's go. What? Ohio. Let's go. Grand 38.
They'll run again with Bernard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's it, baby!
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
3rd down and 8 now.
Tight left, tight left.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. From the gun, Pierce. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go! Grind 38!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Carolina getting set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Come on, let's go! Grind 38! Flex round! Flex round! Key to tight end. Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Double tight. Check.
They'll try the air now with Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Browning. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And on that one, able to catch it. Also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. Now the Bills have taken the lead over Miami. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And some room to roam now. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Again, here's Bernard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Come on, let's go. 1, 9. 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Pierce. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Let's go.
Off play action. Pierce. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Come on, let's go. Grind through it. Flex round. Flex round. Hey. Ohio. Flex round. Flex.
To throw on second down. Browning. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Eric Kendricks. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sack. Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Third and long. It's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left. Here we go. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Pierce. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. An NFL update there in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw for Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
What, 80? Come on now.
We got 4. We got 4.
Gun.
Slam.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go. 1, 9,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Pierce. Ebron caught left side. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 49.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Pierce. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
We were set. 180.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
Newton on first down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Set. 180. Do some.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
So they'll get another shot on off.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Lions going up against the Panthers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. Throwing on first down. Pierce. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw on second down. Newton over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down he'll go at the 25. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Here's Newton. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 67 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. Pierce. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third and goal. Operating from the gun, Pierce. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Do some. What is 20? Check.
From the gun, Newton, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pierce. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Play action. Pierce. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves.
Touchdown, Detroit!
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he knocks it through. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The numbers for James from last week: 4 catches, 72 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit, because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Double tight. Double tight.
Set 180. Great. 20. 180. Wake up. 180.
Watch 14.
Now they try the right side here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Set. 180. 40.
Newton on third down. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 1st and 10, Newton over the middle, complete. That's James. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Off the play fake. Browning being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's filling them in.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
Yeah, he just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Single, single to slot, single to slot. Come on, let's go.
Operating from the gun. Pierce. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
Now Newton on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
That's it. 180. Do some.
3 down.
Bring a sack. Come on.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
That's it. 180. Do some.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. To throw on second down, Pierce. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Off play action. Pierce. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Pierce. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
An update from Buffalo. Now the Bills have taken the lead over Miami. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. To throw on second down is Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Ready? 180, 20.
I got trick this side.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the 45. So here come the Lions now. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Set, wake up.
They don't want it, fellas.
They send McCaffrey in motion right.
Keep playing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. Looking to throw. Browning. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Flex round! Banjo!
To throw on third down. Browning steps away to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Watch seven! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Flex round!
On first down, Browning. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! Ohio! Flex round!
To throw on second down, Browning. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And the lead is now 24. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ohio! Come on!
Back to throw. Browning. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tight end right. Watch tight. Tight end right.
Off the play fake. Browning. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on second down. Browning buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he motions the wide receiver. From the gun on third down. Browning, the quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex 38. Ohio.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Bailey, and he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. As they run the counter play. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
They send McCaffrey in motion right. To throw again. Browning. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Browning. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Watch tight, watch tight.
Great.
Tight it right, tight it right.
Come on now.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
Operating from the gun. Browning dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Throwing on first down. Browning. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second down, 8.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Browning got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Ohio. Here we go. Brand 38. Flex round.
Halfback sent in motion.
Ready? Flex round.
On first down, Browning. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Come on, let's go.
Off play action. Browning. And incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Flex round.
the play fake. Browning. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
From the gun, Browning. That is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Flex round! Let's go!
To throw on 2nd down, Browning. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. Browning feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sean Robinson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Flex round! Ohio!
On 4th down, Browning. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
Just
got thrown off? He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Pierce. Ebron's got it. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the bootleg, Pierce. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaq Thompson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Pierce. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking to throw. Browning. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Browning. He's going to fire one deep, middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. On 1st and 10, Browning over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Browning. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Browning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Panthers. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Browning. And he fires one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Operating from the gun, Pierce, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Off-play action. Pierce. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Off the play fake. Pierce. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Off-play action. Pierce. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Carolina getting set to take the field. On first down, it's Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Wake up. That's it. Black 80. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Check nine.
The slot man in motion right.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion.
Here's Newton now on second down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Jukes by again. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down. Pierce. It's complete to the tight end Bennett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pierce. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ohio, let's go! Brand 38! 116, Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio!
Off the play fake. Browning. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
Throwing on 1st down. Browning forced out to his left. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Man left, man left. You're set. Do so. Four down. Check. Four down.
From the gun, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Wake up. Blitz, 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 blitz.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action. Browning. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Browning. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Flex round.
From the gun on 3rd down. Browning steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Pierce, and he connects with Ebron. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And a big hit. Knocked out sideways. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Second down following the run.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Come on, let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. Spread 38.
Off the play fake. Pierce. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got some space here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And quickly, they get to the line.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? 90! Flex round! Ohio!
To throw on second down. Browning. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go! Man 38! Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Browning. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
What? 90!
Throwing again. Browning. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
And the wideout in motion. On first and 10. Browning flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Browning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
That time, a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right on the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Let's go!
To throw on second down, Pierce. And he's going to go down again. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go! Grand 38!
Off play action. Pierce. He can't get him down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping. For a penalty downfield to give them the yardage they needed.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Kill!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Lions, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.